one's coming.
We're going?
Yeah, we're going.
I get so nervous.
I'll tell if I see anyone. I'll tell you. Because I can see.
Thank you. Hey everyone, Eric Thompson here. Hope that you are doing well. We're in the Supreme Courtroom of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. I'm very nervous. Tori, of course, is going to be in this video review, as the title of the video suggests, but she's holding the camera right now, and just don't want the Supreme Court judge to walk in on us. And so, just a quick hello and welcome to this review of number 89 on the AFI Top 100, 12 Angry Men. A suitable place to begin this review. See you in a minute. Welcome back. That was the Supreme Courtroom of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, and here we are outside on the National Mall. Okay, not much like the National Mall in Washington, D.C., but still pretty cool, okay? Looking down into Frankfort, and behind me, of course, the Capitol building of this great state of Kentucky. And I promised you that Tori would be in the video, but it's an awfully difficult place to shoot videos, and I haven't gotten any of that cool vlogging gear that I want yet, and so you know, here we are. What's this?
I'm here too. Hi.
Oh,
now I'm in the
Tori's,
video.
Yes, she is here.
I'm facing the wrong direction. I'm going to be sideways, but.
And so, you know, as we talk about this movie number 89, she can certainly chime in. 12 Angry Men. Is this helicopter here? Not too far off. As the let's just wait. Let's be patient. It's a black helicopter too. It's very strange. It's different. Of course, growing up on the coast, I'm used to Coast Guard choppers. Okay. All right. 12 Angry Men is about a jury that has to decide the fate of a young man who, according to all reports, killed his father. Right? Is his father he killed? Yes. And so the movie is about their deliberations, the deliberations of the jury. Okay, starring Henry Fonda, who of course is a true legend in the cinematic world. And I believe that is, among other reasons, why this film is on the AFI Top 100. And you've noticed by now that I pick out actors as being one of the reasons why the films make it to the Top 100. And I really believe that's because the AFI, the American Film Institute, wants to capture the strength of the American acting canon, and Henry Fonda is certainly among those who made acting what it is today. And he's a tremendous powerhouse, especially in this film, even though his character in this film, very, very simple. Is the film relevant for today? Well, a couple thoughts. One, yes, because we're starting to see, I mean, we've seen for a long time, but growing in popularity are what we might call macro movies, okay? Or micro, excuse me, I'm so sorry. But macro, for example, you know, is the big picture, right? Macronomics or macroeconomics. Micro, okay? We're getting down to the details, to the finer points of filmmaking. And here, in this film, which is of course based on the stage play, 12 Angry Men, almost the entire movie is filmed in the jury room, whatever that's called, where the jury goes to deliberate. Almost entirely. The very beginning is in a courtroom, and the very end is on the steps of the courthouse in New York City, okay? And so, for this reason, we see this over and over again. Perhaps you saw the early 2000s Phone Booth with Colin Farrell. I'm not saying it was that great of a movie, but it almost happened. All of the movie happened in a phone booth. A couple of years ago, Tori, who was it? It was Ryan Reynolds in Buried Alive. Is that what that was called, or Buried, or whatever it was?
So I don't think it was Ryan Reynolds.
Wasn't it Ryan Reynolds?
I don't think so.
I wish he'd be buried alive.
I can see his face, and it wasn't.
Scarlet. Anyway, well, but you remember the movie where the whole thing, I mean, the great majority of the movie took place in a casket underground, right? What's that?
Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
What's that?
Never mind, I'm thinking of something else. I'm sorry to interrupt you. It could have been Ryan Reynolds. I'm thinking of the movie about the guy that chewed his arm off. when he got stuck by the rocks.
127 hours?
Yeah, yeah.
With,
Is it Jude Law?
no,
I'm making things up. I had no idea.
James Franco.
Please ignore me.
James Franco was in 127 hours. I never saw it. I just didn't feel like I could endure the... Anyway. So, a couple reasons why I think it's relevant for today. And of course, it's relevant because films are still made that are adaptations of stage plays. They don't do as well as 12 Angry Men did, but they're still being made. Glimpses of divinity in this film. Well, let me stop. Did you have anything to add to any of those two, Tori? Okay. We watched the movie together. It was our first time seeing it. I knew just the plot of the stage play, and Tori, I suppose, did you ever read it or
No.
see it before? Okay.
I think wasn't it mainly a television play, not really a stage? I mean, I'm sure it could be a stage play, but I think maybe originally it was for television.
You tell me. I don't know.
I don't know. Sorry, viewers.
Vegas will fact check for us, okay? And so, glimpses of divinity in this movie. For me, Henry Fonda's character is trying to get the jury to just find out what the truth is. And so, in my mind, the 12 jurors, in their own way, sort of represent 12 different approaches to truth. And for example, one of the characters is very simple-minded. He's sort of full of wonder the whole time, and he's very naive. He says a lot of stuff like, "Oh, guys, can you believe it? That's amazing," all this stuff. And so he's in awe of the truth, whatever it may be, even though he's not certain. Another guy, and indeed one of the characters for whom the truth is the hardest to grapple with, is just angry. The whole movie, his character is just vehemently angry about the whole thing, and he is completely unwilling to even entertain the possibility of there being a truth. You have another character who's wounded deeply by his past, and that gets in the way of his ability to see the truth, or even to approach a new idea of what the truth might be. And immediately, I mean, as we're watching the movie, I saw myself in these characters, and of course relating to the truth, the reality of God revealed in Jesus Christ, and in that reality for my life. What does it mean that Jesus became a man, lived on this earth, died a human death, and rose to life eternal with God in heaven? Well, it means a lot of things, but one of the things it definitely means is that I also approach truth in different ways. Perhaps you do. I know Tori does. Just in our marriage, we don't think through things exactly the same. We don't approach conflict resolution or solutions or projects or adventures the same way. And there's a grace in that. There's a beauty in that. And I think that in its own way, 12 Angry Men sort of takes away a bit of the skin, okay, and gets to the real heart of how people try to reveal and figure out the truth. And I think what's so beautiful about Henry Fonda's character, just briefly suggesting, all he really does in the whole movie is what, Tori? What does he do? What's the only thing he really does in the whole movie? You got it. That look.
I'm not sure. He talks a lot.
But he asks
questions. He presents hypothetical situations. What if this is different than how we're imagining it? What if this is different than how it's been presented to us?
That's it. He's not suggesting one or the other, just asking questions. And I think a lot of people, especially in this time, in this age, are in that place in their faith life. They're just not sure, and they're asking questions. They're not saying one thing is right. They're not saying one thing is wrong. They're just asking questions. And even though 12 Angry Men is not a statement about morality or what is or isn't acceptable, I think it gives us some comfort, as art does, in saying that if it takes you a little longer to get to the truth, if you approach it differently than the way people expect you to, perhaps, or the way that you were raised to, the way you were taught to approach the truth, it's okay. Now, I want to say this clearly. I do not mean to suggest any kind of universalist idea, okay? I do not believe that all roads lead to the same God, that all faiths lead to the same God. I do not believe that all roads of faith climb the same mountain, okay? Absolutely not. But, in this sense, those who will approach truth differently, whether it's religious truth, judicial, legislative truth, as so many people in this building have for so many years. You can believe that there have been more than 12 angry men in this building. I guarantee you that. I'm going to ask my main man, Senator Damon Thayer, tonight. I'm going to say, what do you think about that movie? Hopefully he's seen it. Anyway, this is good news. This is good news for you and it's good news for me, because we can come to God however we need to. In that time, whether we're wounded by the past, whether we're angry, or whether we're in awe, or whether we're simply asking questions. This is what Jesus said. He certainly said, let the children come to me, okay? Children who ask all kinds of weird questions and come at faith and truth a totally different way than adults do. But Jesus really meant, of course, let all people who have questions come to me. Let all who seek come to me. And that's where I see God in this movie, divinity in this movie. Tori, your thoughts, your speculations? She's got nothing to say. She's
that was beautiful.
She's
You've
sweating.
covered the bases.
Thank you.
My hands are tired.
Her hands are tired.
My arms from holding this up. I'm very wimpy and weak.
No, you are incredible. You look great. And you're 13 weeks today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Praise the Lord. It's good news. You feeling okay?
Yes.
Haven't thrown up today yet?
No, not at all. I took my medicine though, so.
Thank you, Dr. Reinhardt, for the awesome, very safe medicine that allows my wife to not throw up. Well, friends, that is it for number 89. Okay, it's good to be in the 80s, as always. Thank you for watching, and fun to get out of the house too, or out of the car or out of the office, and do one of these somewhere else. And so let me know if you like that. Please, as always, like and subscribe on YouTube if you care to, and leave me a message in the comments below. Did you enjoy this? What do you want to see more of? And are you excited for the rest of the AFI Top 100? 89. How many to go, Tori? 81? Yes.
89, because you're on...
89.
I think. You've done 11 now.
That's why I stick to vlogs and not math, okay? Alright, thanks friends. Bye.